Well, which in a lot of ways, like I don't fault any. So I don't fault a lot of the governments to try and create tax incentives to get like to incentivize companies to come and work or come and build their companies or buildings in an area, because that does bring jobs and brings economic prosperity to an area. So you want that. But and people want that too. I mean, we could there's a really good example of a certain politician who found out that Amazon was trying to build a facility in her, like either in her district or close to her district. And she, um, when she found out about that, she like freaked out on Amazon, and Amazon was like, "Yeah, no." And then her constituents or the constituency near her freaked out on her, like, "Hold on, we you just like killed all of our jobs. We're going to bring a ton of jobs here." And then so anyway,
I think that was a great choice, because thank God for that, because of her ignorance and whatever, somebody else made a ton of money, and somebody else's community really thrived. So I think, liberals do that. Hate Amazon, hate manufacturing, hate cars, especially hate cars, right? Oh, those cars are terrible. They pollute. Liberals, just remember, cars are polluting. They're terrible. And hate steak too.
this is the hilarious part too. There's an argument to be made that you want so one of the policies that people will make is they'll increase the car tax, and they want to make it expensive to buy a new car. Because what they're trying, because the thought then is, okay, well, if it's expensive to buy a new car, people are not going to buy a new car, and therefore there are going to end up being less cars on the road. No, no.
Oh, of course, no, because what they're going to use is much more fuel efficient, economical 30-year-old cars that really pollute.
Yeah, to let me make this super clear, because in case you didn't catch Phil's sarcasm there, what that means is when you make new cars that are designed to be fuel efficient, like meet very certain fuel efficiencies, you make that expensive and they can't go and buy that. That means that they're using, as Phil pointed out, the 30-year-old cars that are not fuel efficient, that are the gas guzzlers, that are the pollutants, things like that. So the idea of creating a car tax to help the environment is actually idiotic. You're actually hurting the environment by doing that. That's the argument and stuff like that. So
One could say you're murdering your sister. But I think that's great. Long live Gia. Gaia.
I love it. So anyway, we've been like chatting and chatting. Who knows if I'll put this section in the free version. We were talking let's about decentralized command. That's right. You were talking about that. So we did not get through the entire section.
I told you it was a long one.
It's a long one for you.
Okay, fine. In Phil's world, it was long, but it's beautiful. Okay,
Where did we leave off?
I go back to everything that matters for me matters for me. So we led off kind of at I think was a good transition. We went through all the principles, and we had gone through what we talked about. Um, what it takes to help leaders learn to become independent, right? Kind of the principles behind decentralized command. And we are just about to get back into the story where it transitions back to the where they are have that bad feeling, but they have snipers that they need to wipe off the face of God's great earth.
Mm-hmm. All right, go.
Okay, so there I was. Um,
Every good sea story starts with one of two phrases. So there I was, or hold my beer.
And you're supposed to respond with, "No shit."
And the other one is hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Nice. You finish big.
That's the other one. You know you're going to get a good C. You know you're going to get a good C story when someone says hold my beer.
It's good things are about to happen in the world. Uh, my kids are getting to Terry Pratchett, so it's funny. All right, so right now we've just essentially realized that we have here's what Jocko's trying to organize. He's got two army battalions. He's got over 100 armored mechanized vehicles, and he's got aircraft. He's got tons of different networks, communication networks, and he has what two snipers, SEAL teams doing Overwatch, Charlie and Bravo, a Delta, if all that sounds right. And somebody calls in possible snipers on the roof, and they got an M1 Abram commander about to blow up that whole building to put glorious enemy guts all over the city in little tiny particles, and it's going to be great. But Jocko's not. He's you can see that he's not having a real good feeling about it. Now, keep in mind, the book opened with Jocko's experience with, um, was it Jocko's or Leith? I think it was Jocko's experience with Friendly Fire.
Oh yeah, it's Jocko. Although I think Leif was a part of the team. Yeah.
So um, it's in some ways we're having flashbacks of this. We're having the terrible experience of these guys having people becoming murdered and lifelong handicaps between blindness. I'm getting the intuition that some guys never could walk again after some of their injuries, stuff like that, and exactly in this area. So they're wondering if they found uh, the sniper team that has caused them a lot of casualties. And so they're dealing with the reality of a lot of moving parts, with the opportunity to get some payback, and to the feeling of if they don't respond very quickly, these snipers may kill some of their guys. So there's a lot of pressure from every imaginable angle. And the tank commander, is calling. He's like, I want to go ahead and fire, right? And he's like, okay, look, just one more time, verify where you're at. And the troop commander, he's like, I've already verified. I'm going to go ahead. And he's like, hold on, right? Just look to your right and count the number of buildings between this other road and you. And there's a long silence. And the commander comes back and says, finally, uh, we miss we did a misidentification location. And they were and it was just like silence, right? If they had gone any further, they would have blown up their SEAL team. And I with tank fire, there's no coming back. Those bullets are not a joke. I mean, it's just yeah, right. I don't know if people have a vision of what a shell is, but how much do those weigh? Do you know?
No, they don't. I actually don't. That's the interesting thing. Hold on. So it's an M1 Abrams, right?
Yep, M1A2 Abram, I think. One is it 155 mm?
Well, okay. So come on. Give me the main armament. M1 105 millimeter M1, yeah, rifled gun, smoothbore gun. Yeah, we'll just do that one. Do 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 do. Barrel length, caliber 105. Maximum height. Okay, yes, I get that. Oh, here we are. Yeah, these things are massive. Do 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 do. Just to give you all an idea, it's a diameter of about 4 inches, which is actually like seems small all when you think about it, but it's actually really massive.